So as I throw this here, I am going to kind of corkscrew this a little bit like this and come through that pocket. Hey guys, what's up? It's Eli Knight. I'm here with JD Caputo. We're out at the Oromocto Boxing Club in Oromocto up in Canada. I'm usually in the States, but we were messing around today because I came up here. We were doing a clinch fighting seminar. And of course, this is a boxing gym, so we're just exchanging ideas and we're looking at kind of some clinch fighting concepts, because what about the clinch does a grappler's perspective have to do with the clinch in boxing? So the idea that we were kind of messing around with is sometimes I want to actively pursue the clinch for different reasons. Sometimes I want to avoid the clinch. Sometimes I want to know how to navigate that clinch for striking purposes or for grappling purposes if we're taking this beyond just boxing. So we kind of figured like what JD might do then is like kind of take us through some basic mechanics and basic combination ideas and look at how maybe we lead into the clinch off of that. So what do you got?
Absolutely. So guys, combinations in boxing and punching, it's all very technical. It's just, if you're a martial artist out there, if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, if you're a grappler, it's all very technical work. So is boxing. The technique matters, man. It's super important. So like on a jab, I actually want to keep the elbow down, so I'm just going to feed a jab because this is my feeler. This is super important for me. I want to get this information. Does he slip his head out of the way? Does he catch it? You know what I mean? Is he just covering and just eating these, every time I come in? This is data, and then I can start getting around these defenses. Because bear in mind, these things are both shields and they're swords. They're weapons, right? So what I'm going to look at from here is I'm going to look at just a very simple combination. Most boxers know we're going to start with a jab. I'm going to project straight out. Notice I'm not letting my elbow flare. This is not happening, right? The punch comes straight out. So it comes straight out. I get whatever reaction I get. Then I'm immediately going to follow this with a right cross. Now the right cross, if you notice, starts here at the foot, down on the ground here, right? I'm going to turn my rear foot as I project my hand straight out. Again, I don't want this elbow flaring up. Don't want that to happen. So I'm going to feed a straight right. And then I'm actually going to step out, just one quick step here, and I'm going to feed a left hook. So jab, cross, hook, we see it all the time, right? All the time. So Eli, what do you got from a grappler perspective on that one?
So where do we go? Depending on like what your purposes are in the fight, I mean, from the grappler's perspective, I'm looking at how I can get that clinch because that's where I feel more comfortable. But we have to be able to bridge that gap, and these boxing fundamentals are what's going to do that for us. So I don't want to start necessarily like sitting in the pocket, because if he has superior striking ability, then I'm going to eat a lot more shots than I'm going to deliver. But using just the combinations and just the key concepts of those fundamental strikes that Josh just explained, that JD just explained, then we're looking at how I can enter in off of each one of these. So just off of the jab here like this, there's a couple different ways we can mix up jab, cross, and hook for different entry points. One is off of the jab here. If I throw jab and then cross, so 1 and 2. On my 2 here like this, if I just throw it straight down the middle and I already got his hands drawn inside, he may just cover like this and it might not land with very much effect. I'm hitting his hand more than anything. But if I look at kind of like what's happening if he's here and he's covering, there are pockets of space that I can land inside. And so one of those is going to be that pocket between his glove and his ear. And so as I throw this here, I am going to kind of corkscrew this a little bit like this and come through that pocket. What's happening off of that is if that lands and that drops him, then that's fantastic because it saved me a lot of work. But if not, then I'm going to hang in here like this and get inside this way. Now, what can happen off of this here is whenever I throw this and it comes inside that little pocket right there, like that, is that I can open up that guard that he has, and then maybe if we're looking at takedowns, I can shoot in for a single leg takedown like this, or I can just come inside for this kind of upper body clinch. And this may actually be something applicable in boxing just as it is, because we get inside here like this, and now I've got an underhook on him, so I am just clinching with him, and I'm slightly covered over here. If he wants to throw that strike from across, from here, I can just wrap in and I can cover like this. So this is a common kind of clinch scenario you might see just in boxing. Now the thing about this though is that if I want to stay in this clinch, there's other things I can look to make work off of this. From this position here, I can reach up and I can strike since my arm is on top. I can kind of like affect his base and affect his balance. I can step in front here and look to make trips work off of this right here, and then he's off balance. Some of these things start to flirt with a lot of illegalities in boxing, so we can't really take it that far. But if from here I don't have to worry about the rule set as much, then from this perspective I can keep this one blocked, and then I can throw this one over here this way. And now if you look at how he's facing, I'm at this back quadrant right here. He's probably not going to turn this way. He's probably going to turn to his left, and as he does, he's going to fall right into my hook here like this. I can follow up with whatever combination, and he's going to be very unguarded whenever that starts to happen. So just off of that 1-2 combination like that, that's something we can make happen from an active clinch fighting standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's solid grappling technique. It comes down to solid boxing technique, guys. It's not a case of either or. It's a case of yes and. You know, there's so much argument between the striking and the grappling community, and I'm like, guys, do both. Why not do both? Yeah. So we're going to do a series of these guys. We're going to go through. We're going to explain some options. And again, the Oro Mukto Boxing Club up here at Eli Knight Clinch Fighting Seminar. It's been a great day. We're going to make some sick videos, get you guys some good training.